Hello everyone, how are you guys doing? Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful day, and today we are here with a Blue Dragon Slayer guide for old school Runescape in my endless adventure to make as many Slayer guides as possible. Hopefully you guys enjoy. If you do, make sure to leave a like, and if you want to check out other places that I have content at, you can down below in the description, and I would appreciate it greatly. But with that said, let's go ahead and get into the guide. So to start, should you kill blue dragons? In my opinion, this is a maybe. I think for higher level players, it's probably not worth doing, at least in the senses that I'll be talking about right now. I'll mention more about that in a second. But for lower level players and medium level players, I think it is a task that is doable and you can profit off of if you'd like to. So with that said, it's probably worth doing, but some people might not enjoy it, and it can be a long task as well. So I could understand why some people would be off put. However, I think most people will probably end up choosing to do it. So for today's video, the variants I will be talking about will be the regular blue dragon and the baby blue dragon. The two that I will not be talking about are the brutal blue dragon and Vorkath. I already have a Vorkath guide, so you can check that out if you'd like to. Higher level players probably should opt for that, as you can make meta money almost at some levels, and you can have a good amount of Slayer XP as well with it. Brutals, I just don't think are worth it in almost any regard. Only people that are somehow stuck on a Konar task that can't skip should probably do that, but almost everyone should avoid that when possible. For the requirements, I would recommend 50s in your melee and also an anti-dragon shield to avoid yourself from some fire. Baby blue dragons are weak to everything. Their attack style is a melee-based slash attack, and their max hit is a 5, so nothing really too much to worry about there. They're level 48, so again, if you have base 50s in your melee, you'll be okay. For blue dragons, they are also weak to everything. Keep in mind that they are most weak to stab melee attacks, however, everything else is pretty equal. Their attack style is also a melee slash attack. These are going to use fire as well, so you want to be a little weary of that. And their max hit can be a 10, but if you're not wearing an anti-dragon shield, can be up to a 50. In terms of what to expect from loot, the bigger blue dragons offer a 1 in 128 chance at a heart clue, a 1 in 97 chance at a brimstone key if you're on a Konar task, and 3.3k GP per kill. For the melee options here, this should cover you for both the baby blue dragons and the higher level blue dragons. You're going to want to bring much of the same, essentially just some good defense along with some DPS boosting items. The baby dragons don't use fire breath, however you will be around the bigger dragons, so you want to keep that in mind. That's why I have an anti-dragon shield in all these slots. You can bring a shield switch if you'd like. And then for the added option, I think a Zamorakian Hasta would be a great alternative for a stab weapon. In addition, Fighter's Torso if you don't need the defense that the setups below offer. And if you're a lower level and you want to kill the higher level blue dragons, you can wear some prayer based armors and protect from melee to negate that damage as well. Then finally, a couple range options here on the left hand side, kind of a lower level setup, and on the right hand side a little bit higher level. Here basically just looking for DPS output on top of the anti-dragon shield. Other than that, not too much you're going to have to worry about. There are some nice safe spots for regular blue dragons, so you can farm 3.3k a kill without having to worry too much about any other costs besides whatever ammo you're throwing out there. So that's most of the baseline information that you need to know. Beyond that, you're going to want to make your way on over to Falador. And for the inventory, personally, I am bringing a nice little super combat set right there, along with a cannon set. You don't have to bring a cannon if you don't want to. It is a way to increase your kills per hour. It does cost a little bit of money to do so, though, at the same time. So beyond that, just a little bit of food and also some teleports to my house for whenever I have to go bank, some bones, some hides, and then want to replenish from the pool there. You can teleport to wherever you'd like to after a trip. And then beyond that, I have some sharks and also a stamina potion because I will be going the long way. If you have 70 agility or the ability to boost up, you can just enter right through here to the blue dragon lair over here. If you do not have that, you're going to have to make your way on over and around. Now you can hop through that loose railing if you have 63 agility or 58 with the summer pie. But if you don't, then you have to do the long circle. And whenever you come up to this gate, you're going to need a key. So we're going to go get that key for those people that need it. At the moment, making my way over and down past the railing. As far as where we will need to go all the way to the south, down towards the Black Knight's base down here. And so that's where I will be going, slowly but surely. So once you've made it inside of the Black Knight's little base right here, just go ahead and kill this jailer one way or another if you need to. You can stand behind the stool or the table if you need a safe spot. But just go ahead and kill him, and then you'll get a key, and from there you can talk to Velrak the Explorer over here in the southern little cage Once you get in through the door, just go ahead and talk to Velrak and say, do you know anywhere good to explore? He'll talk about the rest of the dungeon and just go ahead and say, yes, please. He'll give you a key. And now those of you that cannot enter through the 70 agility shortcut will have another way in. Once you have the dusty key, you have the ability to enter the Blue Dragon lair from the east side. So go ahead and do that by these lesser demons. Once you enter, you can see that there's kind of two little sections here. There's actually a third if you go up these steps. So the third up the steps is the Slayer only area for regular Blue Dragons. Not a bad place to go. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of it, but I mean, it does what it needs to. 3 dragons, maybe even a 4th over there for you, so not too bad. Down here is where you will see the most activity in this little section. You could just use melee and kill these right here. I personally wouldn't recommend it. Typically, this one is going to be getting safe spotted, so if you're bringing range gear, this is a potential safe spot right here that a lot of people use, just luring that blue dragon over. This is definitely the easiest one. Would recommend that highly. You could also do the same with this blue dragon and kind of pinch it between these 2 pillars, and that's also another nice little safe spot that you can do. If you're hardcore, I would highly recommend this. If you start to stand over there a little bit, you might get got. Personally, did a lot of time here on my hardcore, so I know a good bit about that. If you are someone that's going to kill the baby blues, you can do that right around here. You could also throw up a cannon if you'd like to make that a little bit quicker. Definitely a little bit quick at that point. I mean, I don't know if you'd necessarily need it, but this is my personal favorite area to kill them because there's just a lot of them, and you could set up a cannon in here and do some nice work. There's also another safe spot that I've utilized a lot over here in this corner. Absolutely beautiful. Just attack from both sides and you'll be a-okay. Did a lot of kills here on my hardcore, so this is a great little corner to do some AFKing in if you like. So for people that are meleeing, there's not a whole lot that you have to worry about. Just being potted up, maybe protecting melee if you're into that, or throwing some cannonballs into your cannon. Really all you're going to have to worry about here. Inventory space is really the biggest worry and kind of how you're going to go about that, because the one problem with Blue Dragon's task is while they can be very profitable, you will be taking up 2 inventory spots, maybe even more with every single kill. So with that, these tasks could take, 10 to 15 trips depending on how many you have assigned and how you're going to go about doing it, what all you're picking up. So that's ultimately up to you how you want to decide that. It is kind of one of the harder parts about this, especially if you're someone that has to use the dusty key method and you got to run all the way around. It can be a bit much. So that's sort of the crux here on people not really being able to decide what they should do, but ultimately you just got to try it out. Try a few tasks, maybe cannoning, few tasks just meleeing, few tasks using range or killing the babies. Just mix it up a little bit, see which one you like, and with that you should be good to go. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this Blue Dragons guide. If you did, make sure to leave a like. Anything you want to see from me, let me know in a comment down below, and on top of that, if you want to see more videos like this as soon as I go live, make sure to subscribe. And with that said, hopefully you guys have a wonderful day, and peace.